Theatresquared is bringing history and humor to the stage with a new and powerful production exploring the unlikely friendship between Red Fox and Malcolm X. I have to say the title of this, and I'm going to cheat because it's on Edwin's shirt. So it's Malcolm X and Red Fox washing dishes at Jimmy's Chicken Shack in Harlem. What a title. I love that. Welcome this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about a quick synopsis of the show and what people can expect on stage.
Sure. So this show essentially follows an unlikely friendship between two black icons, Malcolm X and Red Fox, when they are 18 years old and 20 years old.
Okay.
And it all takes place in the kitchen of Jimmy's Chicken Shack. And as the name suggests, we are actually washing dishes.
Just wondering, do you get to eat any of the chicken?
I sure do.
Yes,
Chicken
we
Shack?
do. I
Okay,
sure do.
that's important.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
important. You
Thank
have
you,
to eat the
Popeyes.
chicken. Yeah.
Shout out to Popeyes, yes.
Let me ask you this question as you're portraying, Malcolm X and Red Fox as you're preparing for this role. Anything that you learned about them as you were prepared to take on this role? Edwin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't think people realize, when they first meet Malcolm, they meet him as this fierce civil rights leader with all this determination and all of this power and like veracity with him. But I think people, and what I learned from it is how much struggle he had and how much it took for him to start from point A to point B, and how he went from this really beautiful, flawed person into the icon he eventually grew to be. So I don't think people realize how much he had to endure in order to become the person he was.
Yeah.
To me, I just found it really fascinating.
Yeah. What about you, Trey, portraying Red Fox?
So my kind of entry point to Red Fox was, for like most people, Sanford and Son.
Right.
And so you're like, oh, Fred Sanford, this like goofy little dad, And then I was reading Red Fox's biography, and it was like, oh, that is drastically different than who you were portraying on TV, And it's kind of like one of those moments when you realize like Martin Luther King Jr. smoked cigarettes. You're like, wait, what?
Right.
It was definitely like one of those things of like he grew up like in the streets of Chicago essentially, and like, stowed away and ran off to New York and and actually lived on a rooftop. And so there's so many things that we're like, oh, not just Fred Sanford,
Right, absolutely. I think we've got some information that we can pop up on the screen. There it is right there, that show kicking off this week at Theatresquared. Make sure you get your tickets, and we'll make sure to provide you a link to do just that, to see Edwin and Trey portray Malcolm X and Red Fox. Good to see you guys.
Great.
Thank you for waking up very early. I know it's very early even for actors, so appreciate you very much.
Great to meet you.
We'll be